People who don't like to have fun and people who are no fun to be around hate Lord of the Rings. And the attacks on Tolkien go back to the times when he was alive. But in recent times, it was made demonstrably worse by Amazon. You know, the company that started out selling books?
Yeah.
When its owner, Jeff Bezos, decided he wanted to make his own Game of Thrones and bought Lord of the Rings, which is funny because right now, Game of Thrones, along with Harry Potter, DC Comics, and the core part of Lord of the Rings that Jeff Bezos actually wants is potentially for sale.
Wow.
Anyway, Jeff Bezos is the Rings of Power, you know, the billion-dollar disaster and failure that's basically a vanity project right now, gave the activists absolutely...
I'm surprised that they're still making it.
Everything they wanted. Unfortunately, there weren't enough of them to watch, but it did stir the conversation back up again. 5 years ago, I made a video called They Are Coming for Lord of the Rings, and it was a simple warning that the same thing we've seen happen to Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who was going to happen to the Professor's secondary world because the activists...
Well, the reason why is because they want to get inside of these pieces of media and then change them and reshape them to make them reinforce the way they see the world. That's the reason why all of this media keeps getting changed. And it gets changed in like fundamental ways because these people want it to mean fundamentally different things. That's the reason why.
I've been circling this mythology for a long time. And once they sunk their teeth into it with the help of their Hollywood corporate overlords, if anyone didn't like it, well, they were the problem. Particularly the readers of Tolkien who wanted to see the Professor's work adapted authentically. And in their infinite wisdom, the creators of this show decided to make the fans of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Silmarillion, and all the works of Professor Tolkien the enemy. Responding to the backlash they absolutely knew they were going to get, Rings of Power producer and Bad Reboot reject Lindsay Weber famously said, "It felt only natural to us that an adaptation of Tolkien's work would reflect what the world actually looks like."
But it's not the world. See, like, in my opinion, as soon as I hear something like that, I immediately assume that the media is going to be garbage. Because you at this point have now put your, like, viewpoints and your, like, social ideology, you have decided to elevate that above the source material. And what I think that really shows is it's a profound lack of it's a profound disrespect of the source material. You don't really care about making it authentic. You don't care about doing it the right way. You care about making it in line with what your viewpoints are. You see what I'm saying? So anytime that you see anything, this is my opinion.